witty and wise, and I feel
There must be something we can do.
like what?
Well, drastic actions call for drastic measures. We just have to tell her straight, no messing. If he goes, we go.
Great. I'll start packing.
Well, there must be something we can do.
Yeah, there is. Give in gracefully.
Wherefore art thou oh so silent, Mavis? Have I wronged thee so much? Have I?
You know you have.
I've done you a big favour if you did but know it. Can get very heavy, can responsibility. Oh, come on, Mavis. Stop sulking. What's manageress's job between friends?
I'm not sulking.
You are.
I'm not.
Ah. Listen, what would you say to a lovely cup of hot, steaming, milky coffee and egg on toast, with perhaps a rasher or two of bacon on the side, not to mention the odd grilled tomato? Would that put Madam in a more favourable mood?
It might.
Oh, good. Well, you just nip back and make it, because I'm that hungry I could eat half a pig.
Oh, please, Elsie, please. Just one more now.
No!
Just until we find him a new owner.
Susie, I've said no. Have you found it yet?
What?
The mate to this. What do you think I was looking for, me wellies?
Dog hater.
Look, Susie, I am not, repeat, not a dog hater.
Oh, just this one you hate, is
Oh,
it?
leave it alone, will you?
How can you, Elsie? How can you be so cruel to a poor defenceless creature? How can you be so heartless?
Sheesh.
Just look at that little face. What has he ever done to you?
Look, Susie, I've told you once, no, but I'll tell you one more time. We cannot have a dog in this house because we all go out to work. It would not be fair on either it or us, all right?
I could always come back and see him in my lunch hour.
Oh, yes, of course you could till the novelty wore off and then it'd be Muggins looking after it, feeding it
It's not an issue to him.
Either way, it's not stopping. Now, is that clear? Shift it out of the way. Have you found it
Please,
yet?
Elsie, just a trial run, just to see how we get on.
You never give up, you, do you?
Not known for it. Oh, please, Elsie, please.
You'd wear away a stone, you would. Look, if I agreed, it would be entirely your responsibility.
I'll do everything.
You would have to walk it twice a day, morning and
I'll
night.
walk his feet off.
Well, I'll think about... What the hell is
I
this?
think Albert took a fancy to it.
Right, that is it. I want him out. O-U-T, out, do you
Elsie?
understand? And another word out of you, madam. Just one, and you won't follow him. Sharpish. Now shift out of me when you're there, have you?
Well, we're making progress, at least I am.
How'd you make that out?
Well, yesterday I was definitely out today. Today somebody threatened to throw me out.
And what about him?
Good question.
You could try, Mavis. If for novelty value alone, you could try thinking of other folks' problems.
Like whose?
Yours truly. I mean, here am I, about to be sued by a penny-pinching agent. And do I complain? Well, do I?
He won't sue.
You don't know Benny Stone. He's the original Scrooge. And like he said, I did break my contract. I signed it and then broke it, and now he's going to make me pay for it in that order.
Yes, but it won't alter my position, though, will it?
Your position is, as it's always been, Mavis mine, my friend and helpmate, who could ask for anything more. Yes, Stanley?
A packet of those...
I didn't ask for more, Rita. I was given more. You and Mr. Fairclough gave me the job of manageress because it suited you, and then you took it back because it suited you. But that isn't what gets me. What gets me is that I'm just supposed to accept it without so much as a word.
Oh, and that's what gets you,
Yes,
is
it is, since you
Well,
asked.
shall I tell you what gets me? I chucked that job in Tenerife because I was getting wed, not to spite you, and certainly not to end up in court, courtesy of Benny Stone. Now, I know you're disappointed that you're not manageress. I'm disappointed that you're disappointed. But that's the way it goes, Petal. So it's no use going round with a face like a wet weekend. So give us both a smile and give us a break and change the flaming subject. Yes,
A packet of mince...
No, Rita!
Excuse me?
Won't be fobbed off. Not again, not this time.
That's fighting talk, definitely.
If you won't listen to me, I shall go to somebody who will.
Oh, and who might that be?
Your future husband.
I know, Mrs. Wilson, I know, I promised. Look, you definitely will get your washing machine plumbed in. Yes, yes, you will. Yep. I know I did, love, I know I did. Look, I haven't got 2 pairs of hands now, have I? Yes, of course, but he's got other work on me. I
don't even want to be flipping best man.
That is not the point, Ray. The point is that if Len Fairclough Esquire was good enough for our wedding, then Ray Langton's good enough for his. Church or no church.
Don't give over.
No, I'm not kidding, Ray. If he doesn't ask you, it's an insult. No more, no less.
Is he, Tech?
Oh, you just can't see it, can you?
Sorry. Is he out?
Yeah, he's in there himself. Look, Ray, if he doesn't ask you, it only means one thing. He doesn't think you're up to it. And if you had half the sense you were born with, you'd see that for yourself.
Definitely, yes, Doc, yeah. Alf, remind me never to make promises I can't keep.
I thought that's what the building business were all set up on. False promises.
Ah, they're not false when we make them, are they?
Only when you break them, eh?
Aye, just about. What's all that then?
Route for the new motorway extension action committee want a meeting tomorrow. So if we're going to present a good case, you better know what we're talking about.
Aye, forewarned is forearmed, eh?
That's it, sunshine. Anyway, 2 o'clock, town hall committee room B, OK?
Yeah, see you there, mate. Hey, Alf, hey, I'm glad you came in, mate. I wanted to work with you about the wedding.
Oh, yeah?
I'm looking for a best man. How are you fixed?
Oh.
Can you not get it through your skull that I do not want to be best man? And if you don't stop dropping hints like depth charges, we might finish up without an invite to the flipping wedding at all.
I just casually asked him who he had in mind for the best man.
Casually? You're about as casual as a soldier on flipping
Oh,
parade.
don't exaggerate, Ray.
You as good as volunteered me
did not.
services.
OK.
Yes, fine, look. Never better. Ta-da.
Right, you get in there and tackle him.
No.
Raymond!
No. It's you it's so important to. You ask him.
Shall I tell you why it's so important? Because I don't want people thinking you can't be trusted, because that's what it means, you know. When somebody asks you to be a best man, it means they trust you. So just get in there and do your stuff. Go on.
Is he in?
Well, he is, but Ray...
Right, I won't keep him long. I'm sorry to barge in like this, Mr. Fairclough, but you did ask me to be the manageress, Mr. Fairclough, and I don't remember you saying it was only if Rita didn't come back. In fact, I don't think there were any conditions to it. You offered it and I accepted it, but what I can't accept is just being demoted overnight and having to go along with it. And if I don't get fair treatment, I'll
Don't stop there, love.
I'll take you to an industrial tribunal. I'll take you to an industrial tribunal. I'm sorry to make threats, but I'm very, very angry.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
And not without cause, Miss Riley. Now, you look at it from my point of view. Or better still, look at it from Rita's point of view. I mean, you can't expect her to work under you now that you've been a boss for so long. As any tribunal would see.
So I have to suffer, do I?
Well, nobody suffers, do they, love? I mean, we're back to square one, really. Nobody gains and nobody loses. Any tribunal would see that.
I've lost.
No, you haven't lost your job.
I've lost my manageress job.
Yeah, but you're still working, aren't you? That's the important thing.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Well, that's the test, darling. Believe me. I know about these things.
Well, what about the rise you promised me? What's happened to that?
Ah, that worked both ways, though, didn't it? I mean, I was going to offer you more money for more responsibility.
So I end up getting neither, do I?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do now. I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you 50% of the rise and we'll call it quits, eh? And I'm breaking the pay code to do that. What do you say?
Well, all right. I don't really see why anybody has to be manageress. I mean, why should anybody be in charge? We could be equal partners.
Oh, you and Rita?
Yes, why not?
There's one thing you're overlooking there. Any minute now, Rita's going to be the boss's wife.
Yes. And she's going to be even more insufferable then, isn't she?
Were you surprised when he told you?
Were you?
Ah, no, I asked first.
Well, yes and no. Yes, because he finally seemed to have made up his mind and seemed to mean it, and no, because, well, that's Len, isn't it? Always doing what you least expect him to do.
I always thought she played too hard to get myself.
Yeah, well, it paid off, didn't it?
You know, I tried it once, the hard to get routine. This fella I was seeing at Bolton, you know the type, can't bear to be tied down, so I played it dead casual.
What happened?
He wrote to me saying that since I was clearly no more interested in him than the paint on the walls, he was calling it a day. Joined the Navy, signed on for 9 years.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, who says I'm heading for a corona?
Nobody. I'm just saying that a walker dare keep a stroke at bay. Why else see all these middle-aged men jogging round in tracksuits?
Well, it doesn't have to walk, does it? A few press-ups would do the trick.
Anyway, I've never felt fitter in my life. Never.
Oh, what's this then? Insulation against a shipwreck? Well, you could do worse yourself, Mrs. Turpin.
What?
Well, think about it. A dog not only provides company and defends house and home, but it keeps your body in trim. While you exercise it, you exercise yourself. Gets rid of all them exercise calories and flab.
Flab? What flab?
Oh, best flab fighter in the world are dogs.
I haven't got any flab. Well, not a lot.
Hey, you can count me out as far as dogs go. And as far as fighting the flab goes, I prefer a dignified surrender.
Aye, me and all.
Oh, please, Mrs. Turpin, just take a look at him. You don't want to resist him once you see him, honest.
There's no point, lovey. I'm allergic to them.
To dogs?
To forking out on dog food. It all amounts to the same thing, doesn't it?
It does, love.
Go on, love. We'll have a pint and a half. Oh, no. On second thoughts, 2 halves.
Correction, we'll have a vodka and tonic and a pint. I'm paying. Now I know how you did it. Were your money you were after all along? Wrong. All them free wedding gifts.
Oh, yeah, have you made out your list yet, or are you leaving it to luck?
No, I haven't, to be honest. I can't be bothered. It's much bother.
Even more bother if everyone sends you the same thing now, won't it?
Yeah. Hello. I spy with my little eye. Betty, come and feast your eyes on this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, isn't that same one you gave her last time?
Well, of course it is. I've just did it clean, that's all.
Ain't he practical? That's what I love about him most. The swine. Listen, I shall be going in a minute. I've got a dinner to cook before I face Mavis. Get him in again if you want, and make sure you get Elsie one, will you? And don't be late, otherwise you'll have a couple of burnt chops. Hey, ladies should never drink on their own. It's bad for their image.
Oh, you don't say.
Definitely. So there's a gin over yonder when you're ready.
Hey, I haven't congratulated you yet.
Isn't it more usual to congratulate the fella?
Oh, depends who does the running, doesn't it?
I haven't done any running, love. I just stopped running away, that's all. Going now, kid.
Hey, sweetheart, have you heard from your mutual friend again? Benny Stone.
Oh, no, Dickie Bird.
Oh, in that case, you could be in the clear.
Well, who knows? See you.
Rita Littlewood. She does work here, does she not?
Yes, but she's out at lunch at the moment. I can get her for you if it's urgent.
It's urgent, love. Tell her it's Benny Stone's here. She'll know what it's about.
Benny Stone.
Second thoughts, leave it. I'll just give her a surprise when she comes back. I'll have a cup of whatever that is while I'm waiting.
Well, it's coffee.
You don't say.
I do. Good food here.
Sounds like it. Where did you say Rita was again?
Oh, she'll be at number 9 Coronation Street now, cooking Mr. Fairclough's dinner.
9 Coronation Street. Right.
We do snack lunch?
Gonna find Rita. Funny fella.
Come on.
Weatherfield. All right, Mavis. Now, just take a deep breath and start again. Who was where, when? Hey, Mavis. Find Len. He should still be in the Rovers. Find him and get him over here straight away. Never mind the flaming cabin. Just get hold of Len pronto.
I wish somebody'd answer that door.
Look, Elsie, about Albert.
No, I've said no, Susie, for the last time, no.
I'll buy a new pair of shoes if that's what you're bothered about.
It is not. Where is he, anyway?
Oh, I've let him loose.
Where?
Well, he's round back a factory yonder.
Oh, that's a good girl. Poor little thing. Look, if you want to feel sorry for somebody, start feeling sorry for me. 6 quid worth of good shoe leather he got through. What's that?
What?
That thumping noise, can't you hear it?
It's next door.
Sounds very like as if it's coming from upstairs to
It
me.
is next door. They're having another bust up. Now sit down, I'll make you a cup of tea.
I've always played fair with you, haven't I? Well, haven't I?
Oh, skip the commercial. Get to the point.
It's been the best all the way along the line. The best rates, the best gigs.
All out of the goodness of your heart. Naught to do with your rotten 10%, I suppose.
Look, Rita, I came here to give you the chance to settle this friendly out of court with no fuss. If you want to play it rough, fine, we'll play it rough.
Look, I should have warned you. All right, I admit it. And I would have warned you, only I didn't know myself I weren't going till last minute. I didn't chuck that job because I got cold feet, you know. Or because I went off Tenerife, all that sunshine and what have you. As I keep telling everybody, I chucked it because I'm getting wed.
And I keep telling you, I'm 400 quid out of pocket. Somebody's got to pay for it.
That somebody being me, of course.
Right first time.
Where the hell am I going to lay my hands on 400 quid, pray?
Knowing you as I do, Rita, you're unlikely to contemplate marriage to a bloke who can't call his shirt his own. He must have a bit put by, surely. More than a bit if I know anything. Why not ask him, eh?
Why don't you ask him yourself? He's here. This, I take it, is your Mr. Stone.
It is. And he's only saying I owe him 400 quid, would you believe?
Is that right?
See for yourself. In case you're wondering, that name and address belongs to my solicitor.
That looks a bit steep to me.
I've got overheads, haven't I?
It says here that you're missing out on the commission you should have got from Rita. Underneath, it says that you had to pay out the airfare for her replacement.
So?
Didn't you get commission from her?
What if I did?
Well, it looks to me as if you're trying to get 2 lots of commission out of one job.
I've got expenses, haven't I? Like phoning up Tenerife every other minute to find out why Madam here didn't bother turning up.
All right, then, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 200 quid and we'll call it quits, eh?
200 quid? It cost me that in airfares.
Right. But I can't see what else she's supposed to have cost you.
Oh, let him sing for his money.
I'll sue for my money. That's what I'll do, my love.
What, and end up more out of pocket than you are now? Use your loaf, mate. Take the 200 quid. It'll cost you 5 times more than that if you take it through the court, and even then you might end up with less than I'm offering you now.
300 on your on.
200.
200 it is.
Who to make it out to? You?
Benny Stone. S-T-O-N-E.
As in getting blood out of.
She treats me like a helpless child. They both do.
Well, they wouldn't have offered you the manageress job if they thought that now, would they?
Yeah, he's got a point there.
And as for the extra responsibility, well, take it from me, it's just extra worry and extra headaches. It's not worth it.
Well, I'd still like to have tried. I mean, I'll never know now, will I, whether it'd have been any good at it?
Thought you'd tried before.
Oh, yeah, but not for very long.
Well, look at it this way. If you did have the job and found out you really couldn't do it, how would you feel then?
Oh, I'm with you, love. I mean, responsibility is trust, isn't it? And if you never have it, how can you prove whether you're trustworthy?
Well, exactly.
I mean, you take Ray, for instance. I cannot get it through his head why I want him to be the best man at Len's wedding. He thinks it's just for fun of it.
Oh, is Ray reckoning to be best man at Len's wedding?
Oh, no, he's not. I want him to be. I'll tell you what, if he's not best man, I want to know the reason why.
You know, you're proving to be a very expensive lady. First, I've got to fork out for Mavis to keep her happy, and then your agent. I don't think I can afford you.
Second thought.
Oh, boy. What do you think?
Oh, you can afford it. I hear tell you loaded.
Oh, aye.
So they say.
Remind me to show you my bank statement sometime.
Promises, promises. In the meantime, if you want to earn your keep, cast your eye over that little lot.
What is it?
Wedding guest list.
What about the Oggies?
What about the Oggies?
You haven't got them down.
Nor Eddie Yates and my great Aunt Lucy. You have to draw the line somewhere. Wedding receptions are supposed to be for a chosen few, not a cast of thousands.
You reckon Ken Barlow for best man, do you?
Don't you?
It would be very tricky because I've already asked Alf Roberts.
Well, you might have told me.
Well, what's it to you who's best man?
Well, it happened to be my wedding as well, you know.
It's my best man.
So I don't get consulted.
I'm consulting you now, aren't I?
After the event. Look, let's get something straight. I'm not a flaming doormat. I don't want to be treated like one. In future, any decisions that have to be made, we'll make them together, all right?
You're asking me, you're telling me.
I'm telling you.
I don't like being told.
Then you just have to get used to it, won't you? Among other things. All right.
You just cost me 200 quid. Is that all the thanks I get?
Gail, will you get your ear off that wall and come and give us a hand?
Don't you want your bath before we start eating?
Why, what for? What's the
Well,
hurry?
if you leave it till after we've washed up, there won't be any hot water, will there?
Yeah, that's true. Right, I expect you to have these finished by the time I come down. Come on, get mashing.
Where is he?
In our room. Oh, no. I've got it all planned. If we keep him for a few days on the QT, she'll have to let us keep him because he's been no trouble.
What if he barks?
He won't bark unless he wants a walk or he's hungry, and we'll have to see he wants for neither.
She'll kill us if she finds out.
Oh, you stop worrying.
You don't know Elsie.
What do you want?
I'm sorry.
What for?
Flaring up like that. I rather suspect it's not last time.
So?
So, might get a bit hairy sometimes.
Who's complaining?
Anyway,
Well, Ray's not bothered, is he?
No, Ray's not. Deirdre's.
Oh.
Hey, I suppose there's no chance you...
Me? No chance, mate.
Well, I don't mind.
Hey?
Tell her. There's no skin off my nose, is it?
Would you?
Look, for a free pint, I'd do out. Even our early.
Yeah, well, you've got to be a bit tactful, you know. I mean, just drop it in casual. I'm going to be best man. I mean, we don't want to be too obvious, do we?
Right.
Hey, was that wise, Al?
Well, I
Didn't tell him, no.
I never thought he'd go. You better put him a pint up. What'd she say?
Well, what?
What'd she say?
Well, she said it was nice of you to send me over, even though you hadn't got the guts yourself. Ha!
Cheers.
Blaming out Roberts, I might have known it.
Oh, I got Kenny here earmarked for it.
Yeah, you and me both, mate.
Did you come to be best man and all?
No, too much like hard work.
Yeah, all them telegrams to read out.
Speeches to make.
Staying sober on stag night.
Well out of it, mate.
Definitely.
Yeah, keep going, you might convince yourselves yet.
Now then, a bottle of champagne, please.
Certainly, madam. A half, a medium, or a jumbo?
A medium. Hey, no, on second thoughts, I'll have a pint and a vodka.
Now, what were we nearly celebrating?
Well, 2 weeks from today, you will be addressing me as Rita Fairclough, Mrs. of number 9 Coronation Street. In short, I will have joined the ranks of respectable married women.
2 weeks today.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
20th of April, to be exact.
That is worth celebrating. Frederick, a bottle of Mrs. Walker's champagne from the cellar on the double. You heard.
Hey, I said a pint and a vodka. What are you on
I'll
about?
flaming pay for it if you're too keen. Can I kiss him again?
No.
Hey!
Say joking.
Yeah.
Will you two stop it?
Coming next on Granada Plus, the Good Life Guide, and a reminder that from next Monday it has a new lunchtime slot, weekdays at 1:30.